Hi all! In this video I would like to give you a short introduction into German traffic law. As you can imagine, it is a very extensive topic and of course it's not possible to cover a lot of it in a short video. So I want to concentrate on one of the most interesting from my point of view and very German parts of it, so-called Punkte in Flensburg, points in Flensburg system. This system is not only relevant for you if you are driving a car or a motorbike in Germany, it is also relevant for pedestrians and cyclists. German Traffic Authority, located in the city of Flensburg, actually quite a nice city on the seaside, records all the violations of traffic laws that someone has conducted, and the more dangerous the traffic situation was where you were involved, the more points for it you would get. And the maximum amount that someone can reach is 8 points, and should you ever reach this amount, you would have to hand your driving license in immediately and permanently. What would be the most common violation of German traffic law, where you would get between 1 and 2 points in Flensburg? As you might guess, it's speeding. As you can see from this table, if you exceed the speed limits in towns by 21 kilometers per hour, so if you are driving in a 30 kilometers per hour zone with 51 kilometers speed, you would already get 1 point in Flensburg and 80 euros fine. Another example of German traffic law violation would be the wrong parking. You might even get 1 point in Flensburg and up to 100 euros fine should you park on the way of rescue vehicles, for example. You should be particularly careful with the railway crossings. For example, should you not stop at the yellow light in front of the railway crossing, you would get 2 points in Flensburg. You would have to pay 240 euros fine and you will get 1 month's driving ban. If you manage to cross the railway crossing with a closed gate, for example with a motorbike, then you would have to pay up to 700 euros fine and you will get 3 months driving ban and 2 points in Flensburg. You will also get 1 point in Flensburg if you do not follow the safety regulations in your car. For example, if you are driving with summer tires in winter, you will have to pay 60 euros fine and you will get 1 point. Or if you do not use the prescribed children's seat in your car together with a belt for your child. What would be the next most common case for getting points in Flensburg? Drunk driving. German alcohol laws are very strict and very quickly you will end up paying between 500 and 1,500 euros fine, and you would get multiple points in Flensburg. In the worst case, if you are caught with over 1.1 percentage of blood alcohol level, then you would have to go to court. As you probably know, up to 0.5% of alcohol in blood is the limit allowed by law, and you are not officially breaking the law. But the main factor, whether you were caught in any kind of dangerous traffic situation or just simply by a routine police control. The next question you might have, whether this point system has any relevance to pedestrians and cyclists. Yes, it does. Even if you are a pedestrian, you might be able to get 1 point in Flensburg. And if you do not have your driving license yet, This might influence in the future obtaining your driving license. To give you one of the most common examples, if you as a pedestrian ignored the railway crossing gate, which is down, and you cross it anyway, you would have to pay fine and you would get 1 point in Flensburg. For the cyclists, the law is pretty strict in my point of view, and there are many situations where you can get your points in Flensburg. If your bicycle is not fulfilling German safety standards, for example, it is missing the lights, then you would be charged 80 euros fine and you would get 1 point in Flensburg. If you do not stop on your bicycle in front of the closed railway crossing gate, you would have to pay 350 euros fine and you will get 2 points in Flensburg. If you are riding your bicycle drunk and you would be caught in any kind of dangerous traffic situation, you would get 3 points in Flensburg, several hundred euros fine. You might even be taken to the court and you might even lose your driving license. And in the worst case, you would even get a ban from riding a bicycle. How can you find out how many points in Flensburg you've already got? There are 3 ways to do so: via mail, via email, and by coming personally to Flensburg and visiting this authority. Via email, it's obviously the fastest way to check out, but it costs 30 euros. To check via mail, you have to fill out the form, and I will leave the link to it in the video description, and it's the cheapest way. And you cannot check on the phone because of privacy protection reasons. So what happens when you have reached certain amount of points? So you have between 1 and 3 points in Flensburg, you would have no consequences at all. So you have 4 or 5 points, you would get admonition, and you would get advance warning if you have 6 or 7 points. As I mentioned in the beginning, should you reach ever 8 points, you will lose your driving license. You will have to wait for at least 6 months until you can start going to a driving school and obtain a new driving license. And before you are allowed to do so, you would have to complete so-called MTU, medical psychological assessment. Also, with that time, the points expire, so should you have got 1 point for any kind of behavior, then this will expire in 2.5 years. If you have got 2 points, then you would have to wait 5 years until they have expired. And if you have broke the law and got 3 points for it, then you would have to wait even up to 10 years until these have expired. I will leave all the interesting links in the description of this video so you can check what would be the fine or how many points in Flensburg you would get for the particular traffic situation. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much for watching. And please let me know how these compare to the traffic laws in your country.